All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. So before we get into today's video, we have a sponsor for today's video, and that sponsor is The Ridge. As you probably know from our previous spots, they make high-quality compact wallets out of metal and elastic, and I've used and loved them for years. But I've recently been fond of the premium Damascus steel style. If you'd like to get yours, you can head to ridge.com/Brozime and enter code Brozime for 10% off. And thanks so much to The Ridge for sponsoring us once again. All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. So, yesterday or last video, depending on if there's time between them, we talked about the Strun Prime. And today, we are not doing a Why Would You Use. We are talking about the Magnus Prime, and I have a question. Why is this weapon such a colossal piece of shit? That is the question that I have. If we look at the Magnus Prime, we will see that it has an MR14 requirement. And if you just look at it on paper, 28% critical chance, 2.8 multiplier, 28% status chance. Those are some numbers that we usually like to see on weapons. But it's just a regular fucking single target pistol that happens to have Arcane Pistolier kind of built into it. The Arcane Pistolier that's built into this, as it's described here, doesn't seem great. And also, it's this gun, so it's kind of not great by virtue of that. I don't want to, just say that this weapon is so terrible, and honestly I could have seen it as like a fun gimmicky time, but then I used it and this weapon is absolutely miserable. Like, this weapon is hot garbage, and the main culprit in that is that this weapon is a little pew pew low damage single target wants to get headshots weapon, but whenever you aim down sight, it kicks like a fucking mule. Why does this gun have any recoil whatsoever? Is my question, considering every other disadvantage against it. Why is this not a laser beam? Like, why? It is one of the least satisfying, like, most disorienting guns I have used in a while. It is truly suffering to use this fucking thing as an MR14 weapon. This is a weapon that, by comparison, on the free-to-play account, I would have gladly farmed as fodder at about MR5. I would have been very happy to have this at about MR5, and I would have just dealt with the recoil and been, well, it's an MR5 weapon. As an MR14 weapon, this thing is just miserable. It's only got 8 rounds in it. It reloads all the time. It's like a very short pistolier effect on it. And the damage just honestly isn't great. And I did not even bother to forma this thing all the way. I got one forma in, and that's far enough for me. Could I put in the other 3 forma to put in primed heated charge? Absolutely. Should I do that? No way. No way, no how should I do that. There's no realm in which I should be doing that, because this thing is just miserable. I'm gonna shoot it at some enemies, but yeah, it's not great. Would the heat help it out? Yeah, sure. But this sucks. I couldn't even stop like the approach of like the basic bitch enemies. There we go. We got the pistolier effect. We're going the recoil. We're trying to chain it all. Like, having to click every single, like, why is the pistolier effect being used on a weapon that's not fully automatic is like part of my question. Like, can it kill these enemies? Like, would I ever want to? No. This sucks. This feels like shit. It feels bad to do, and I don't want to do it. I hate this weapon. And that, yeah, that's what's up. Don't use this thing. Literally level it and forget it exists. If you think the Pistolier mechanic is cool, literally go farm a set of Pistolier. Does that sound like a tall order? Yeah, it might be. But you're going to have a way better time farming that than using this. This is like the blight of the current Prime Access because the Strun is like honestly fine. It's pretty simple. But this thing I just hate. I actively despise this thing. So yeah, that's the fucking Magnus Prime. Fucking Magnus piece of shit.